Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are taking a look at my reimagined office. So I have a habit of switching around my office. I know yearly, but possibly every 6 months or so. I just get stuck in organization systems that don't work for me. And so in order to utilize everything that I have to reorganize. So that is what I've done here. If you've seen me at all, you know that I usually have a desk there and a desk with my computer. However, my husband and I decided it would be okay for me to take the dining room table that he made and use it as my craft table. So that's what we did. I'll give you a closer look at it in just a minute. So before we get started, I'm just going to let you know any systems that I had before that I showed in a video, I won't go through again just to keep this video on the shorter side. But any new systems I will definitely go through. I hope I'm not too shaky. Okay, so I'm just going to show you briefly. This is where my dining room table used to sit. But since we got rid of the dining room table and put it in my craft room, I decided to become a plant lady. So this is my plant shelf, and I've got a couple little buds coming up in there. I got some tomatoes and lavender and chamomile, but that's what I decided to do instead of my dining room table. So this is where we just came from. Oh, don't mind the plate on the floor, that's Tango's breakfast. And I had this little concoction that I made hanging on this wall over here. All it is two of the Dollar Tree wire racks, and I have them put together with some zip ties, and then I hung them on the wall and attached this little basket here, which is also from Dollar Tree. And I just have all of my supplies that I would use for cutting paper, scoring, anything like that right there. Then I also have my Dollar Tree wall hangings right there, hanging off of these little book rings, also Dollar Tree. So that's that little system. Up here I just have one of those, again, Dollar Tree hanging wall shelves. And it's got some loose tea in there, and it also has my little Chaotic Mom mix of sparkles. I don't know if you can see in there. Whenever I do something with glitter or sparkles, I'll just put the extras right in there. So that way it's just my own little personal mix. All right, moving on. Here are my two doors that go out to my best friends out there. What is she doing? And then you spin around and I have this dresser in this corner. I wish the lighting was better, guys, but of course today was a rainy day. So the lighting's gonna be a little off, I'm sorry. This is my corner. I didn't change anything over here, still the same. Added a couple more notes onto the friends or family we choose. And pretty much everything's the same in this corner except for these baskets right here. So this is where I keep all my seasonal papers and also random papers. So for example, my daughters were into scrapbooking for just a little bit, and they collected all this paper, and then they brought me out all these random papers one day and said, oh, we don't want these anymore. Well, of course I'm not going to throw them away, but they really are random papers. So I've got all of them in there, and you're going to love the next video that I do, you guys. I'm going to put together paper kits again. I've done it before, but this time I'm taking everything out. I'm doing ribbon, I'm doing glue dots, I'm doing it all. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. I hope that my voice is not too raspy. It's actually only February 18th, and it's super warm here in Maryland. And so I think that there's blooming things. So therefore my allergies are horrible. I'm sorry for the raspy voice. If it's too much, Yeah, I'm sorry for the raspy voice. Okay, let me show you briefly what I did to get these baskets to fit my 12 by 12 papers. So I don't want to take them all the way out because they're a pain to get back in. But all I did was I took the 12 by 12 paper and I put it against the side of these red baskets that I got from the Dollar Tree. And all I did was cut out the 12 by 12. Actually, it's a little bit bigger than 12 by 12 because I'm given, you know, there's plenty of room for me to have the paper in its plastics is what I'm getting at. And then I just cut down the sides to these red bins and cut out that part of the basket. That way, I still have my papers in baskets because what was happening was those bags, they're awkward. And so they were falling off the top of the corresponding seasonal paper. So I wanted to make sure that the baskets could contain everything, and that's what I did. So that's all that is. And I forgot to turn on my fairy lights. So that's the full effect. Down here in the corner, I have to tolerate the shoe bin and the charcoal because that's where everything is. All right, moving next to it, you see those two bins. I've already gone through those in my old video. And this is my view right now because, again, it's February. And this right here is a new unit. I used to have my jewelry armoire there and everything divided up in that. However, I took my jewelry armoire and made it my makeup station in my bedroom in a corner. It's so pretty. So I bought this little drawer unit. And another reason that I bought this drawer unit is that William needed some drawers to put his paperwork in and he didn't have any space back here. So I gave him like 3 drawers. I'm so sweet. Anyway, I got all my pictures here of all my important people, Bina, me and Hannah, my mama. And then I've got my receipts basket. That's for 2022. That way when I walk in the door with all my Dollar Tree purchases, I put them in there, put the receipt in there. I got my washi tape storage. And then I have this glorious unit here. It's from Michael's, and I did use a 40% off on it. So the first drawer, cardboard scraps. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty much what it is. It says it is, cardboard scraps. So when I use my boxes, over here, I use my cardboard cereal boxes, pasta boxes, things like that. If I have scraps that are big enough to save, I will put them there. The second one is going to be packaging. This is going to be any stickers or like these came in my daughter's advent calendar. Are these not going to be perfect for shaker cards? Look at them. They're perfect already. And I've got 12 of them. So that's the type of stuff that I save. Next drawer is going to be beads, beads, and more beads. So this is all of my beads. I'm not going to take everything out because there's just trust me, there's tons of beads in there. And then when you get to the next drawer, holy moly, there's more. And then I've got my wire and, you know, wire tools. Next drawer is going to be my glitter and my extra rhinestones. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Next drawer is my favorite drawer. Love this shop on Etsy. I forgot the name there for a second. My scrap cabin. She has the most fabulous, beautiful, most cost-efficient ribbon ever. This stuff, it goes with everything. I make junk journals with it. I make regular journals with it. I put it on cards. It's so beautiful. Go over on Etsy and check her out. She's amazing. Next drawer is going to be a really stupid drawer. It's got tools and extra electrical things. It's dumb. Next drawer, also dumb, envelopes. Next drawer, that's my husband's stuff. I'm not going to open that. And that's also my husband's stuff. I'm not going to open that. So I gave him 2 drawers. I'm so kind. So I need to fix those labels. See how those labels are coming off? I need to fix them. It's because that's plastic. Okay, moving over. We've got this unit right here. And I didn't really change anything in here except for the things on top. So I'll just go through the things on top real quick. So I decided to move this in front of this window with 3 panels. And this is my junk journal pages. Wow. Just wow. There's a lot of stuff in there, you guys. There's handmade paper, there's printouts, there's doilies, there's cards, there's washi tape, there's books. It's a lot. Moving over. Don't mind my friends in the background are playing. Moving over. This right here is just a Dollar Tree paper towel holder. And I put some of my favorite ribbons on it just to kind of clear out my ribbon drawer a tad. Not very much, but a little bit. That little guy right there, Hannah gave to me last Valentine's Day, and I've been hanging out with him since. Then I've got this little candy jar. It's actually not little, it's huge. And that is plastic from the Dollar Tree. I love these, and I keep all of my adhesives in there. All of my tapes, my liquid adhesives, all of that is right there. And then I've got some out that I'm using, you know. Behind that is going to be my laminator. It is not plugged in, and I don't keep it plugged in and accessible just because I don't use it too often. And I have limited counter space back here. Come on, friends. It's going to be this little acrylic unit I made out of acrylic drawers from the Dollar Tree. And then on top is just a wooden piece. I don't even know where it came from. As a matter of fact, I think it came from one of those wooden puzzle boxes. And that was in the center. Yeah, that's what it was. But I just hold all of my glitter glues and puffy paints right over here. This is pretty much what this little unit is all about. See, it holds my stickles. And then some puffy paint. See, I don't really like these acrylic drawers because of that. I've got room to grow. And then I've got a measuring tape in there. Okay, moving on. I went ahead and put my paper up on the top of this unit, and I'll tell you why. I literally had it right in that top one. And at my height, to bend down to that right there and grab something heavy out of it was bending down to this level right here to get something was the worst thing I could do for my lower back. So I decided that needs to come up here. So that's exactly what I did. I took this, another bin from the Dollar Tree or basket, short but rectangular. I wish these came in better colors. The only colors I can find is red, blue, and neon green. So I had to go with red because that's the closest to pink I can get. So all I did is I went ahead and put all of my 12 by 12s in the back there along with that binder, and all of my 6 by 6 pads and 8 by 6 pads down here. If you haven't seen how I organize my paper pads and why there's all these funky little numbers and a binder to go with it, check out the video down below. This is the system that I've been using for years now, and I absolutely love it. Anytime I look through my binder, I can see all the paper pads that I have, and I go right to that paper pad. So in order to hold them up, because I don't want them to bend and crease over, I use these pieces of extra wood. I don't even know where they came from, but I just stick them right down there so the paper has something to lean against. And then back here, to help them stand up a little bit better, I've got these, what are they called? Those. But I cut them down. So that's what it looks like from the side. I've still got a little bit of bending right in the front there, but I need to move that wooden piece of paper to prevent that bending. All right, moving on. I've got my storage cart here, and I have already been through that, so I will not go through that again. I keep my paper towel on it because I noticed I've been reaching for paper towel a lot back here lately, and I want to make sure that I have it handy. All right, my corner unit has changed. It's a little bit dark over here, I'm sorry. So what I did was I took all of the things that were listed for sale on my Etsy, and I brought them into my closet area in my bedroom, and I started a staging place back there because I was running out of room in here. So I needed functional storage out here, but then I can take pictures in my closet if I need to of items that are listed. I can store them effectively, you know, without them being on display, and keeping them, you know, safe from the sun. It's very sunny back here, and that's a problem for my paintings. So just to keep them safe until they go to their new owners. So this is how I'm So this is how I'm organizing my paints right now. This is a total DIY. I'll try to show you from the side. I literally have signs from the Dollar Tree, the wooden signs. I have, I don't even know, back there. Anyway, what I'm saying is I have taken all the wooden signs from the Dollar Tree, flipped them upside down, and I'm using those to create height to line up all my paints with. I painted the sides white, so when you look at it, you can see everything's white, but I mean, it's not the prettiest thing ever. Right here, this is 3 frames glued together, and only one of the frames, the one on the bottom, has the glass retained, but the other ones I just glued together, and then I took popsicle sticks and broke them and tried to make it look like wood. It looks a mess, but I don't really care. It works for what I want it to work for, and it's not all hodgepodgey. You know what I mean? I like everything to at least be wood or white or pink. That's what my brain likes. So I've got all of my acrylic, all my tempera paint, all my gesso paint brushes. I've got bottles back there to mix up watered down paint for my fluid art. I've got all my watercolors and everything back there. I've got my little paint palette right there. Colored pencils, another one of these candy jars that have all of these types of markers in them. They're dual-sided. Look at the dust on that thing. Whew. Boy, that's impressive. Showing my dust on YouTube. You go, girl. Back in this box, well, good thing it's labeled. It says card making. I almost forgot what was in there. How about that? So I've got bases already cut from cardstock. I've got a whole rainbow of envelopes in there, a whole range of sizes of envelopes in there. I've got watercolor paper cut down to you know, paint a picture on that I can glue to one of those cardstock bases. And that's where I go when I'm ready to do card making for the day. It's got everything I need in it. Right next to my paints, because that's usually how I make my cards. Sometimes I'll use ephemera and things like that, which is also right here. I will get to that in a minute. Let's go up first and then we'll get to the drawers. This right here is my scrap paper and those project cards. In the center here, I have all sorts of transfer sheets. I've got pre-made pages for junk journals. I've got stickers right here that are mushroom and floral. I've got all sorts of paper that you can put in junk journals just to jazz up a page. I've got junk journal ephemera right here. I've been through that box. That's the one that's got all my ticket and receipt books in it. This right here I've also been through. I've got some more random markers that are all put in color order, because that's, again, how my brain works. Ephemera up in that little lunchbox thing up there, or pencil box. And then this system I actually made. This is a new system. So I don't even know how to tell you how I made it, because it's just one of those things my brain put together. I don't know where I got these wooden pieces from. I have no clue. And then I have foam board that is reinforced with wooden legs, if you can see back there. And then I've got a foam board base, but it's reinforced with these wooden things. So that way it's not going to hold a ton of weight, but it holds what I need it to hold. So I've got glue sticks, pretty self-explanatory there. I've got rhinestone dots. Here is how I did those. I've got 3 of these little Dollar Tree wooden bins, and then I put the foam board as dividers right there, and then I divided up by, what it was. So I've got enamel dots, I've got these random rainbow stickers, I've got all my pink there, I've got navy blue, I've got pearls, and then I've got rhinestones. So that just sits right up there. I grab it out if I need it, and then this one is empty, which is why it's not labeled for growth. Needs to be listed. Ugh, I'm so bad at this. I really am. We're not going to talk about it. It's going to make me feel bad. And then we've got the top up there. Oh, look at that cobweb. Boy, I am just finding so much out about myself in this video. I hope you are too. All right. Come down, we've got the first drawer. I'm not going to open them because I have to take this out in order to open those. Is that a pain? Yes, it is. But I do not put things in here that I use on the daily. In the top drawer, I've literally got clear bags and extra pens and pencils. The clear bags are for packaging my journals and things, and just extra pens and pencils. The second drawer is where I keep all of my ephemera in color order because, again, that's how my brain works. And in the bottom drawer, extra office supplies. We've got staples, we've got extra thumbtacks, extra markers. Let me go take care of the dog real quick. I swear, between cooking, cleaning, and letting the dogs in and out, I think I let the dogs in and out more than I cook and clean in this house. Anyway, so this is what this corner unit looks like. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, I DIY so many of these holders. And, things razors, things like that. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how I did it. I mean, I just take things that I have and I put them together. And that brings us all the way around. This is just some of my artwork and some of my journals that I've made. More artwork, my family. And then I've got my desk. So this area right here, let me see if I can brighten it up. There we go. As I move, it's going to go away. I know it. So I just made this with 6 of those wooden bins that you get from the Dollar Tree. I glued them together and I put some of that pink faux wood look in the back there, and I've just got basically just pretties sitting here. And you know those paw prints right there? He's over there yelling at me. So that was this year's paw prints. We do one on Christmas time for the dogs every year. We did it with camo too. And then up here is just another one of those hanging wooden signs from the Dollar Tree, and it's got my Airwick air freshener on it and that wooden sign. Faux wood, sorry, faux wooden sign. Oh, my best friends are making me angry. Let's go. Okay, here is my desk area. It is an old desk. I already explained that to you. Got it off like Craigslist or something. Facebook Marketplace, something like that. I painted it years ago. It is filthy and needs to be repainted. The top of it was all chipped up, so I just went ahead and put some marble contact paper on it and called it done. This is my computer desk. I already went through the drawers. I have not changed the drawers at all. So everything in my last craft room tour is the same in that. This is my, let me just explain this to you. This is my office chair, and I bought this system right here from Amazon when I was having some lower back problems. It is a lifesaver. And so what it does is you can take it off and you can put it on any chair. That bottom piece you can just put right on here and just slide that back piece right on here, and it saves your lower back. So if you guys have any kind of lower back issues, get something like this for yourself. You won't regret it. All right, moving on. This is my desk now. I love it. Love, love, love it. Sorry about the angle because I'm in the corner over here. And of course, Cassie's got to put her bottom in the view. Come on. Cassie, can you get down, please? Come on. Get down. Nobody wants to look at her bottom. Oh, whatever. She's embarrassing. Anyway, I've got this rolling unit right here, and I don't think I need to go through here. It does not have anything interesting in it. The only thing I would say that's new in it is this top drawer, and it's called Small Bowls. Let me open it for you. Okay, so I keep a whole bunch of small bowls. The reason I keep them here is because when I'm doing a project, I like to have everything divided up. I am totally telling on myself with all this rainbow order and divided up. Yeah, a little OCD. So I like to take these little bins and I'll put them out here, and then I'll divide up all of my ephemera, or maybe I'll get one and put flat back beads that I'm using, and then I'll get another one and put some ribbons that look like, something I want to use. Another one I'll put ephemera in. So I just like to keep these here. That way when I'm ready to do a project, I can just bring them right up on the desk there and keep all of my little bits separated while I'm crafting. Let's move up to the craft table here. If you are looking at this table and saying, OMG, Eileen, why do you not paint that thing? Look at it. Well, the reason I don't paint it is because, first of all, my husband made this, I told you. He made it using his old 2 hands. And it has been around for a while. And each one of these marks tells a story. I homeschooled Hannah from kindergarten on up at this table. I remember making face paint at this table. I remember plenty of art days, as you can see from all the loving it got. And I can see from all these scratches that it's well loved. So I'm not painting it. I'm sticking to that. All right, so over here I've got this little unit that I made, again from Dollar Tree wooden pieces. and I've already gone through it, but just to show you what the bins inside look like, I'll pull one out for you. So I keep my little desk lamp there. It's a tiny little desk lamp, but it's bright enough to where if I need to see something up close, I can bring it over. And then I've just got some things on the top there, a lighter to light my candle over here, and then some sticky notes and my mama's mask card that I keep with me all the time. So just to show you what these little bins look like, they're the little bins that have the shapes on them, but what I did was, I don't know if you can see, there's clear tape on there. I just took some masking tape, put some on this side, ran some on this side so there's no stickiness and nothing falls out. So, and then do they fit perfectly in here? No, they're wonky, see? But I reach for this stuff all the time. I reach for paper clips, I reach for clamps, I reach for these bails that I make things with, mini magnets, binder clips, buttons, thread. Those are all the things that I am reaching for during projects. Got my little Dollar Tree unicorn dish over here. I'm not going to pan up, that's a light. I'm not going to pan up to blind you. I got my little Bath and Body Works candle here. Here I've got my working mat. Underneath is where I'm keeping, excuse me friend. Here's where I keep my mats, my cutting mats down there. This is actually half of my old desk. So what I did was I just put the table right over it because it sat perfectly right there. So everything in this still exactly the same way it was. So again, if you want to see how this is organized, you can go check out my other craft room tour. In this little concoction here I've got, I made this. This is nothing more than a cake tray with a box that I got from the Goodwill, turned on its side with another box that, I don't know, came from some flower arrangement years ago up on top. And I'm using a tad bit of double-sided sticky tape just to hold that on so it doesn't just slide off, because that wooden box right there is kind of slick. It's got everything that I would sit at my desk and use. Here is my personal care little box here, and I'm limiting myself to just this box. Otherwise, I will have 10,000 lip glosses, Vaselines, lotions, hand sanitizers. Yeah, I'm a mess when it comes to that, so I have to limit myself. I've got some cute little things that Hannah's given to me on here. Some little, she did rubber bands. That's a narwhal. You can see it from the side. She bought me this little pop-it thing because sometimes Mama gets some anxiety and needs something to do with her hands. And she bought me this little measuring tape right here. It's so cute. I love it. So I've got my cutting tools right here in my tabletop trash can, and we are done. That is my new little office area, and today's going to be my first day working in it. I'm sure I will trash it, but I have to clean it up at night. That's like my new goal I set, is that I have to clean up my craft room every night before I turn off the light. Let's see if it works. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give Chaotic Mom a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.